Joining me now, Congressman Andy Biggs, Republican from Arizona and member of the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees. Congressman, you and 31 of your colleagues sent a letter to DHS Secretary Mayorkas demanding answers about this vetting process. Jennifer Griffin was on the ground in Europe taking a look at how all of this is being done, talking to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. What do you think about that report? Does it put your mind at ease at all where this vetting process is concerned?
Well, Martha, thanks for having me. We knew that there was a vetting process going on with fingerprint and biometrics, et cetera. But what we don't know is what we don't know. And that is, what were these folks doing in Afghanistan? So right now, the vast majority of people who are coming in as refugees are coming in on a parole. They're not SIVs, which is a special interest visa. The vast majority are coming in as a parole that Homeland Secretary Mayorkas is able to use. We've asked for very specifics. We think there's a lot of generalities being stated out there, but we don't know what they did in Afghanistan. What were they doing in Afghanistan, these individuals? There are a lot of them that were helping U.S. troops and soldiers and deserve certainly to receive SIV status, et cetera. But the reality is, even with what General Milley was describing to Jennifer, it doesn't tell us what was going on in country per se. It tells us what we know in our databases. So when you have somebody cross our border and we vet them for what we know about them in our databases, we have no idea what they were doing in their homeland. Yeah. And that's a big concern to us.
Yeah, I mean, what you touch on is that the majority of the SIVs were left behind. We heard that from the general in charge. So a lot of these are refugees who wanted to get out for various reasons. And we just heard about that vetting process. But what my mind always goes to in this conversation is why a lot of this wasn't done months ago. As we looked at the exit plan for Afghanistan, which was clear. The president said he wanted to be out initially by September 11th. Then he moved it up to August 31st. I think there were some concerns about having that day, obviously, with all of the weight that carries. And now even a lot of Democrats are very critical about the planning that went into this. We know so many SIV applications went out months ago, even years ago, for some of these individuals that we could have been looking at all of this carefully. Here's Senator Blumenthal. Listen to this. Oh, it's a quote. OK. He says, I've been deeply frustrated, even furious at our government's delay in an action. There will be plenty of time to seek accountability for the inexcusable bureaucratic red tape that stranded so many of our Afghan allies. For now, my focus remains on getting those planes in the air and safely to our airbase in Doha, where they have already been cleared to land. So, obviously, there's a lot of people very unhappy with how this whole thing was handled on both sides.
Yeah, Martha, that's for sure. And don't forget, we have Americans that are left behind. We do have a lot of SIVs left in there. And this could have been prevented. I mean, all of this could have been prevented and done in a more orderly fashion. And, that's part of my problem with Secretary Blinken, because it was his team that failed on this and has put this country and our allies in very serious jeopardy.
It's interesting. He's going to testify before Congress early part of next week. What would you want to ask him? What do you think needs to be questioned for Antony Blinken, who has the sort of unenviable task now of getting all of these people out? This has been clearly pushed to the State Department, and it was their responsibility prior to all of this, as you point out. But President Biden wants to move on. We know that.
Yeah, they want to leave this behind, but I think Secretary Blinken's going to have to answer for what was their plans, why were they executed so poorly, was he listening to intelligence? I mean, the intelligence community, from what I understand from briefings that I've heard, they were giving the correct information. That is, that the Taliban would come in and overrun the country immediately. Why were they not listening to the intelligence community? What did they think was going to happen differently? And then I think we need to get into the full vetting process and why they didn't start sooner, and why we don't know what happened in country, and why we're now going to parole these people instead of SIV status.
Congressman Biggs, thank you very much. A lot of questions.